Hello and welcome to Issues from Twitter, where we take tweets from Twitter and we sort of discuss and analyze them here. This one is a tweet from Dinks for Duke. That's what it means. And so it's in reply to someone where he said they were talking about Peter Obi, and he said, oh, Peter, he doesn't need NANS, which is the National Assembly, to function. He can do without it. And mind you, once he emerges, many will defect to Labour Party. A lot of people think this. For me, this is not the way to go. Peter Obi needs the National Assembly, and the National Assembly, they are very powerful. Forget the fact that the National Assembly members that you see now, they don't know their power and they've just left their power away. You never can say. So we must be mindful. If we're voting in Peter Obi, we must also vote in competent candidates into the legislative arm of government. One of the things that people do not seem to realize is that the legislative arm of government is actually the bedrock of democracy. It's the most powerful arm of government. They make laws, they have oversight functions, and they can hold executive accountable. They can make or mar the executive. The executive is not as powerful as the legislative arm. It's just because of the fact that the way Nigeria is, and most of these people, Ghana must go speaks a lot to them, and so they lose their power. And they at the state, the state houses of assembly are more or less in the pocket of governors, and that's why a lot of people do not know the power of the legislative arm. If whatever all the changes that we are looking for, when people are talking about, oh, Nigeria, we need a new constitution. I actually saw a tweet where somebody was talking about that. You need a new constitution, you need restructuring, you need a whole lot of things. It's the legislative arm that will give you that. It's not the president. If you're talking about a new constitution, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria cannot give you a new constitution. It is the legislative arm of government that can give you a new constitution. And even if after they have passed a new constitution, the president refused to sign it, to assent to it, to sign and give assent to it, guess what? They can use their two-third power and be able to and override the president. That's how powerful the legislative arm of government is. So please, 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 do not take it for granted. Do not just sit down and just believe that, oh, the moment Peter Obi enters and everything's not going to be okay. There's a whole lot of work to be done, and we will start right now by ensuring that he goes in there with the legislative arm of government that is made up of people who are competent, people who have character, people who have capacity, people who are patriotic, people who have empathy, people who believe in Nigeria, people who want the growth of everybody, people who are incorruptible, people who want 100 years from now their names to be remembered as those who really put in the work for Nigeria to be a great nation. Those are the kind of people we must be voting into office, and we shouldn't vote them based on parties. We should vote them based on their competence and capacity, irrespective of whatever party that they are coming from. Let them go there based on their competence, and then they will be able to align themselves. Please don't take it for granted. Please don't just say, oh, you only focus on who is president. Hey, multitasking. This is the world of multitasking. So why would you just focus on one and not all the other one? On the first day of election, we're going there to vote the president. We're going to vote the people that will go to the National Assembly. So why don't we combine them, do all our due diligence, and put all the thumb there, not just to vote across with party? Because right now, what you have, a lot of people have joined the Labour Party who ordinarily shouldn't be there, no, I shouldn't have, that's wrong. They should be there. It's their right to be there. But who ordinarily are not the kind of people that you would be voting for, but because they see a wave coming in, they just come in under the guise of, as usual, people will just vote across parties. No, it shouldn't be across parties. We should make sure that we are doing our homework, we are ticking all the boxes, and we are ensuring that the people that we are choosing are people who are really deserving and are ready to serve, not to serve themselves or their interests, but to serve the people, to serve Nigeria, to serve the Constitution, to serve the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and ensure that we have a country that all of us will be proud of, not the country that only some of them will be enjoying. A country where no Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigeria, and this is the time for us to do it. Every 4 years we get our miracle. This is the miracle where we're praying to God to give us miracle. This is the miracle. This election coming is the miracle. Every election is a miracle for us to choose people who are competent, people with character, capacity, people who will do the job for us, and that's what every one of us, please, 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 we must continue to do. Do not take it for granted. Do not make assumption. Do not just say that, oh, anybody there, oh, Peter Obi alone is not enough. It's not enough. is not enough. And you can vote it. Forget what happened in Anambra State. It's easier for governors to pocket state houses of assembly, or for them to feel afraid or something. It's easier than for it for the National Assembly. National Assembly is huge. National Assembly right now, they might be what you call rubber stamp, but they will not always be like that when they see that their position is threatened in terms of the kind of system, the status quo they used to, that is now, is not being maintained there. So please, please, please ensure that you're putting in your all, you're doing everything that you can for us to have good governance, accountability, and transparency. Please, let's put in the homework. Let's cross our T's and dot our I's. Thank you so much. And this has been Issues from Twitter. Thank you.